Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about the Lakers refusing to sign Kyrie Irving. They refused to trade Austin Reeves and Christie. And on the other neck of the woods, the 76ers refused to re-sign Jimmy Butler. And they chose Tobias Harris. And that was a bad decision. I knew it was a bad decision then. And after what transpired, Jimmy Butler taking Miami to two NBA Finals appearances, it's very obvious it was a bad decision. And now you have Kyrie about to help Luka and the Mavericks make another Finals appearance since 2011. The last time the Mavs won the championship was with Dirk Nowitzki. That was 2011. Dirk beat LeBron and they won the chip. And they haven't won since. They signed Kyrie last season. Everybody said it was a bad trade. Everybody said it was a bad decision. It was a bad signing. And all the noise with Kyrie, the vaccine situation, him making the post they claim was anti-Semitic and all this other madness. So there was a lot of drama surrounding Kyrie last season. The Mavericks, they didn't make the playoffs. And everybody's like, this is one of the biggest disappointments, one of the biggest failures, which it was. And fast forward this season, Kyrie cleaned up his act. No drama. You could tell he's more mature now. He's in a better place mentally. And this season, no drama. No turmoils, just love and basketball. Like the movie, Love and Basketball. And they are on the verge of making the finals for the second time in Maverick history. And Kyrie Irving, he plays a major role in that whole situation. And if he make it to the finals, the Lakers are going to be sick, man. Because they could have signed Kyrie. Just give up Austin Reeves, Doug Christie. But no, and LeBron wanted Kyrie. Obviously, LeBron won with Kyrie. Kyrie hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history. So LeBron was pushing for them to get Kyrie. They didn't give up what they needed to get him. LeBron was upset. He was making tweets, pissed off. You know how that goes. But if the Mavericks make it to the finals, man, and end up winning, I'm telling you, a lot of media personnel who are against Kyrie, they're going to be sick. They are going to be sick. Kyrie got a lot of people riding against him. There's a lot of people praying on his downfall. They want to see him fail. And the fact he's in the Western Conference Finals, I know they're pulling their hair out right now. This is why LeBron wanted the Lakers to sign Kyrie. And they should have. If the Lakers signed Kyrie this postseason, all those games they blew, they collapsed in the fourth quarter, it would have been a different story. I could guarantee you. Because you have a legit closer. Just think about it. LeBron, AD, Kyrie, Denver would be in trouble. This would be a hard-fought series, man. Compared to a gentleman's sweep, a 4-1 loss. Who is going to stop Kyrie? And he's one of the best closers in NBA history. In the fourth quarter, crunch time, you got to execute. Kyrie is one of the best closers in NBA history. So if the Lakers had him with LeBron and AD during this playoff versus Denver, they would have a great chance to win and advance, but they bet the house on Austin Reeves and Doug Christie. And Reeves was disappointing, man. This season, the postseason, the regular season, Reeves haven't panned out to what we thought he would be. Coming off last season, everybody thought Reeves would have been better this season. His game would have elevated. He would have been in the six-man talks. He had potential. We saw a lot of potential in Austin Reeves, but apparently it didn't pan out, man, because this postseason, he didn't show up. If he showed up the way we hoped and thought he would, the Lakers would have been in a better situation to beat Denver. They should have signed Kyrie, man. That was a big mistake, a huge mistake. Even if by some miracle the Timberwolves were to rally back and win this series, which I doubt is ever going to happen, it still would have been a huge mistake not to sign Kyrie. Kyrie have reshaped the Mavericks into one of the best teams in the West and in the NBA. After all the controversy, all the turmoils, all the drama, he finally matured. He put all the bull behind him and he's focused on basketball. It's all love and basketball. No more drama, no more news. Oh, Kyrie did this. Kyrie said that. Kyrie posted this. All that nonsense is behind him. The man just want to play basketball and win. And the Mavericks, they out here destroying the Timberwolves, man. The Timberwolves finally won Game 4. Hats off to them. But I know the Lakers are like, damn, man, we should have signed Kyrie. We should have listened to LeBron. And they have listened to LeBron every time through the whole 6 seasons. Since LeBron joined LA, they did everything he wanted. So they always listened to him. But on this one, they didn't. So I understand because they always listened to him. He wanted Russell Westbrook. They did that. He wants this. He wants that. And they listened. But in this situation, they didn't listen. They didn't sign Kyrie. But I could understand why. Because they're looking at all the drama, all the situations, past history. So yes, they're like, they're skeptical. Like, But man, if the Lakers had signed Kyrie, man, it would have made a huge difference in their playoff run. Postseason run would have been totally different. The Lakers wanted to sign Kyrie to a 2-year extension, but Kyrie wanted a 4-year deal. He wanted a longer contract. So they were trying to sign him just to a 2-year based off, his history and all the drama. And obviously they didn't trust him. But the man wanted a longer contract. He wanted more security. So that deal fell through the cracks. And look at Kyrie now. He's a whole new man, a changed man. It's all basketball. And once the Mavericks beat the Timberwolves, I am betting on the Mavericks to beat Boston. I think Kyrie and Luka is going to destroy Boston. And as far as Jimmy Butler is concerned, talking about the 76ers, they should have signed Jimmy Butler, pay that man, give him the money he wanted. But they chose not to. They went with Tobias Harris, and how did that work out? Every postseason, Tobias Harris never shows up. He's inconsistent, and he's just not that dude. So they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. And that's one of the worst decisions you could make. So now they're trying to acquire Jimmy Butler after 4 or 5 seasons and seeing what he have done in Miami. 2 finals in 4 seasons. But at the time, they didn't feel like Jimmy Butler was worth the money. And that was a bad decision. They should have paid that man because Lord knows the 76ers more than likely would have made the finals if they had Jimmy Butler with Joel Embiid and whatever roster they had. I think they would have made the finals because at that time, the East wasn't so deep. You had no clear-cut favorite like, oh, you can't get past this team. Not really. So the East was wide open at that time. The East was wide open. But, everybody make mistakes. That's how it is. So now they're trying to re-sign Jimmy Butler. They're hoping he would force a trade from Miami so they could sign him to a full max contract, a full max extension. So they're trying to right the wrongs, basically. They're trying to make it right, what they didn't do years ago when they should have signed Jimmy Butler. So they regret the decision to not sign Jimmy Butler. And they should. The man went to Miami and took that team to 2 finals. And they have no right being there. Look at the roster. Miami have no right being in the finals. They made it twice. And they have no right being there. If you look at the roster, this is the Jimmy Butler effect. In the playoff, man, the guy elevates his game. Regular season Jimmy and playoff Jimmy are 2 different individuals. In the playoff, this dude is a different animal. He's a different animal. The only reason why they haven't won the chip, in the finals is simple. The teams he faced had more offensive firepower. The issue wasn't defense or coaching. They needed more offense. If they had a legit scorer to go alongside Jimmy and Bam, they would have won already. And that's why they tried to get Dame Dollar last season. And the organization, they tried to lowball. And that situation blew up in smokes. They were trying to get Dame Dollar at the expense of stripping Miami off Moses' roster, or because you would have to give up a lot to get Dame Dollar. And Miami wasn't trying to do that. You're not going to gut your team for one player. That's counterproductive, basically. So that deal fell through the cracks. But that's another story. Philly is trying to right the wrongs, man. So they're trying to acquire Jimmy Butler, but he's their contingency plan. Their main target is Paul George. But if they can't sign Paul George or things don't work out, their backup plan is Jimmy Butler. But we're going to see what happened this summer, man, this offseason. The Lakers should have signed Kyrie. This one time I will say they should have listened to LeBron. Because honestly, if the Lakers had Kyrie, I think their postseason run would have been different. because they would have had a better record. They wouldn't have to worry about the playing games. That's a fact. And based on matchup, they probably would be in the Western Conference Finals again. Lord knows. But you make your decisions, you live with them, you live and you learn. We're going to see what happened this summer, all the moves to be made, what players get drafted here, trades. There's a lot that's going to transpire this summer. We have free agents, we have trades, but as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.